Hi guys, one more time here with a tier list for GVG Demon Soldiers and how do I actually rank them based on their cost, their usability, their stats and everything. So yeah, let's quickly start. I decided to make 6 tiers. Basically, the Mole tier is the unrivaled champion of Demon Soldiers, tanks, range DPS, melee DPS, overhelm, and flies, as you can see. So let's start. I'm starting with Beholders. So Beholders are an amazing overhelm unit. They actually might be the best overhelm unit so far on this tier list, and they will stay there. I'm looking at their passives, and the passive increases their HP, which is quite nice, and the level 5 passive increases the quantity of those demon soldiers to 7, and that's pretty insane. Their stats are pretty bad. B in attack, C in HP, C in defense, C in magic resist, but B speed, so they are the perfect unit to overwhelm the defender. The next unit is the range DPS Blue Archer or Rare Archer. Yeah, looking at his kit, looking at his stats, he is the worst ranged DPS you could possibly use. So let's move on. Next we have the Scourge. He is a perfect AoE melee attack unit with high attack, decent HP and stats. His passive deals AoE damage around him. And level 5 his attack is increased by 15%. That's pretty good. Okay, next on the list is the Fallen Reaper, another melee DPS. Let me quickly look at his kit. So he has plus 15% attack on his level 5. That's not bad. He spawns in quantity of 2. High attack, decent HP, and low defense and magic resist. So he might be the worst melee DPS. Okay, let's move on. We have the Hounds, the Rare Hounds. They spawn in the quantity of 3. Their passives are increased movement speed and increased HP, which is quite nice. Their cost is only 18. They have a speed, 8 tier speed, decent HP, defense, decent stats. So yeah, they are quite good. Let's move on. Alright, the next unit on this tier list will be the Demon Soldier Soulbone Archer. He is another range DPS, right above the rare variety. His gimmick is level 1 passive gives him expands his attack range. He looks quite good on the paper. He has high attack, decent speed, and spawns in the quantity of 3. His cost is pretty high though, so yeah, looks decent for now. Then we have the epic variety for Hounds. Looking at their passive, yeah, they're amazing. Level 1 passive increases their movement speed. Level 5 passive increases the movement speed by 20%. That's insane. They have B tier HP, S tier speed, so that's really good. But still, I think the Beholders are better than Ghoulhound. Alright, let's move on. The next unit is the Skelekin Shaman. Our first, not first, but kinda the first. I think he is a buffer. Yeah, he is a healer. So that might be a different category after all. So he is our first supper unit. His gimmick is restoring HP to units around him. He has pretty high HP, high defense, high magic resist, and he moves pretty slowly. But he can be a nice support if you want to kill the enemy fighter or defender. Next on the list is an epic mage. Let me quickly look at him. So level 5, he increases his attack. His base attack is only B, that's pretty low. Yeah, this unit is pretty, I guess, rash. He deals magic damage and he spawns in quantity of 3, and his cost is decent. So yeah, he might be a mediocre unit. Another one on the list is this huge, bulking Fallen Templar. He is an amazing tank. His level 1 talent increases his HP, his level 5 talent increases his defense. He's quite expensive, 33 energy to spawn, quantity of 2, but he has high HP, sitting on C tier, and his defense is SS, so that's amazing if you are facing attack heavy team, so piercers, fighters, stuff like that. Next on the list is the Stitched Carrion, another tank. Let's quickly look at him. So he has increased HP as his level 1 talent. Basically costs less, costs only 25 energy, has decent stats, so he's the all-around decent tank. They might actually be at the same tier, just like the Fallen Templar, but Fallen Templar is used for different purposes, I would say. Alright, next on the list is the Flying Construct. His name is Lightning Guard. I don't actually have him, that's pretty sad, but what can you do? His level 1 increases his HP by 25%, his level 5 increases his attack. His cost is 24, quantity of 3. His attack is quite high, sitting on C, so he might be a nice range DPS after all. Alright, let's move on. There is another range DPS. Hold up, let me swap this. This is the worst one, probably, yeah, this order, probably like this. Come on, swap, okay. Let me quickly look at him. So his level 1 passive makes his attack do AoE damage, that's pretty huge, but his level 5 is only increased defense, that's not really good. His attack is A, high magic resist sitting at A, decent HP. His cost is pretty high, sitting at 30, and the quantity is at 3, so yeah, probably the best range DPS so far. Alright, let's move on. My favorite tank, Knight of Destruction. He's basically the super unit with high attack, high HP, decent magic resist, decent attack, decent defense. His talent increase, his talent 1 increases his attack, his talent 5 increases his defense. He seems to scale massively with stats, so he could tank for quite a while, but I think Fallen Templar might be better for pure tanking. If I look at it one more time, yeah, I would say for pure tanking, Fallen Templar might just be better than the legendary variety. Next on the list is the Uncommon Destroyer. The Uncommon Destroyer, I would rate him as a melee DPS. His Iron Shell passive increases his passive damage physical damage reduction by 40%. His level 1 talent also deals AoE damage every 12 seconds, and his level 5 talent increases magic resistance by 15%. So he is an insane, colossal damage dealing defense monster, but his only weakness is magic resist, and his cost is only 24. That's pretty good, so he might be the best melee DPS. Let's move on. The next unit is where is he? Here. Rare ranged mage. Basically nothing special, just like the ranged rare archer. Then we have Mo on the list, the Terminator of GVG. His ultimate is summon bone spikes to deal massive damage to heroes within 2 tiles. Then his impalement kills a unit and increases attack speed and attack for a short while. Swipe applies bleed and level 5 increase attack by 15%. He starts at humongous, sitting at SS attack, triple S HP. His only downside is his huge cost, 40 energy. His quantity is at 1, that's what it should be, and his deployment limit is actually 3, so you can't really spam this guy. So let's move on. The next one is this flying bug. I'm sorry. This one. So he is a basic flying unit. Decent cost, level 5 town increases his max HP, that's nice. Energy cost 18, quantity 3. Decent speed, less HP, but not the worst. The next unit is the Skeleton Guardian. Another male, I think he's a tank, probably. Looking at him, he has level 5 talent, increasing his HP max. He costs 24, that's a lot. Spawning a quantity of 2. Terrible attack, decent HP. Great defense and actually moves quite quickly. So not bad, not bad. Another unit is the Slaughter, the X-Slaughter. Single target nuking monster. His level 1 talent increases his CC resistance, so he cannot be stunned. And his level 5 increases his attack by 15%. His cost is 25, quantity of 2. And his attack is S with a high HP and a decent defense magic resist. So he could be on pair with the Scourge. He's just a single target variety of Scourge. Then we have the Spider. We have the Spider, another Overhelm unit. Another quick Overhelm unit. Looking at him, his base stats are terrible. Basically the worst unit. Everything sitting at D except his speed, which is B. But his saving grace is his quantity. His quantity is at 4. And his level 5 talent increases the quantity by 2. So you could actually spawn 6 spiders. I think that might be better than the Blue Hound. But depends. And the last unit on this tier list would be the Demon Soldier Suicide. He runs in, he explodes, deals massive damage, so great as a melee DPS basically. Maybe a bit better than Scourge. Depends though. If he lands, the burst damage might be better, but if they have a healer, I think if they have a healer, then Scourge is worse. But still, quite an interesting design. So yeah guys, this was my tier list. As you can see, I will show it one more time. Mo on the top, tanks in this order. Fallen Templar being the best, melee DPS, the Construct also being the best, range DPS for mages. Best mage is legendary variety, of course, for his AoE. The support, there is only one, the Epic Mage. I think I used him on the tutorial and it was quite nice. Overwhelm, I'm sorry. The Beholder might be the best unit when upgraded, spawning in the quantity of 7, that's just massive. And the second best is the Purple Dog, and then Spider and Blue Hounds. And Flyers are... Lightning Guard is the best, and the Bug is just there, I guess. So yeah guys, hopefully it helped. I will share the link in the description so you can make your own tier list, send it to me, whatever. And yeah, this was one more time. Take care and goodbye.